Okay, so it is Wednesday night. Sorry. And we are here tonight with the A to Z talking about marjoram. I am Tamara from our Big Oily family. Thank you for being here. So marjoram is, as usual, I start with my emotions and essential oil book. And marjoram is the oil of connection. So marjoram aids those who are unable to trust others or form meaningful relationships. This inability to trust often stems from harsh life experiences. The individual develops a fear of close connection in human relationships. They may tend towards reclusive behaviors, protecting themselves even further by abstaining from social interactions. They may also protect themselves from unconsciously sabotaging, there we go, geez, if I could talk, long-term relationships. Marjoram shows the barriers they have formed to protect themselves from others. It reveals patterns of aloofness, distancing one's self from other people, or being, quote unquote, cold. Those in need of marjoram oil most likely use these protective coping strategies unintentionally. You guys are too funny. Deep down, they desire the intimate connection, but they subconsciously sabotage. So marjoram reaches that trust is the base, Marjoram teaches that trust is the basis for all human relationships. It assists an individual in increasing their warmth and trust in social situations. Marjoram softens the heart and heals past wounds. It kindles the fire of trust in relationships so that one may fully blossom. When an individual feels safe and loved, they express their authenticity more freely. Marjoram restores trust and openness so that true bonds of love may be formed in friendships and relationships. So the emotions addressed then are distrust, aloof, protected, distant, emotional isolation, reclusive, emotionally cold, and fear of rejection. And the companion oils, and those are just oils that you could choose to use if you did not have marjoram, are cedarwood, the monthly blend, which is Clary Calm. Calming blend is the calming blend. Ooh, that's a good one. I'll have to post that in the comments because I can't think of that one right off the top of my head. Geranium, and then the women's blend, which is Whisper. Calming blend. Oh, calming blend is Serenity. It's now been renamed the Restful blend. That's why. So that would be cedarwood, Clary Calm, Serenity, Geranium, and Whisper would be your companion oils. So I'm going to share my graphic for you. Mr. Winston, you are too funny. There we go. Okay. So, Cara. Excuse me. Marjoram is a herbaceous perennial that grows to be 1 to 2 feet tall, and it also gets just as wide around. It has fragrant leaves and pink and white flowers. doTERRA gets their marjoram essential oil. It's distilled from the leaves, and it is sourced in Hungary, like it says there on the little graphic. The main chemical components then are, excuse me, oops, I guess I can't scroll up on that. Terpenine 4-OL, saponine hydrate, and Y-terpenine. Safety precautions with this are, I know it says on the graphic that you can use it neat, but I would always use a little bit of a carrier oil and dilute it just to lessen any chance of skin sensitivity that you might have. And also it lessens any evaporation, and it helps it absorb better. So also I read that when you use this, you should use caution if you are pregnant and using marjoram. So you might want to choose something else instead of marjoram at that time. So a fun fact then is in Germany, marjoram is known as the goose herb for its traditional use in roasting geese. There you go. And it is known to the Greeks and Romans as a symbol of happiness. Historically, the plant has been used in funerals as it can promote acceptance of loss. So it can be used, like it says on the graphic, all 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. And again, just dilute it when you use it topically so you lessen any skin sensitivity you might have. Marjoram is in the oregano family, so it has similar properties. It's a powerhouse for keeping things fresh and clean. One of the most significant benefits of marjoram is its ability to have a positive effect on your nervous system. It's also great for calming properties, and you can use it all 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally for that purpose. Great to support your immune system. So you could take 1 drop, put it in half of one of those little veggie caps, fill it with olive oil, put 2 pieces together, and take it internally. super easy. You could also put a drop in 4 ounces of water and take it that way, but that might be kind of strong flavored. It lessens feelings of stress, helps to calm and relax your emotions during stressful times. You can apply topically diluted to the back of your neck or the bottoms of your feet. The bottoms of your feet are always a great application point for any essential oils because they have the largest pores and it gets absorbed very quickly. Also, you could add it to your bath with Epsom salts, and that would help to, lessen the stress as you're soaking in the tub there. It helps to support the cardiovascular system as it's a vasodilator when taken internally. You can also use it topically for that. So you can take 1 to 2 drops and massage it over your reflex points of the feet that correspond with your cardiovascular system. I'm not sure where those are, but there are graphs everywhere. You can see the reflex points of your feet. So you could do that 1 to 2 times a day to help support your cardiovascular system. It helps to soothe a fussy child. So you could apply it diluted to the bottoms of their feet. I would use 1 drop in probably like a 10 milliliter size roller bottle. And then you could just do a swipe on the bottom of their feet and massage that in. I'm scrolling up on my notes here. It's great to use in the kitchen. So if you run out of marjoram in your kitchen, 1 drop of the essential oil equals 2 teaspoons of the dried herb. So you either want to start with 1 drop if it calls for 2 teaspoons. If you need less than that, you can take a toothpick and swirl it in the top of the little reducer thing and then swirl it in your food and then taste it, because less is more. Remember, with essential oils, you can always add more, but it's hard to take it out if you put too much in. It's also referred to as winter sweet or joy of the mountains, one of the most common herbs found in the kitchens around the world. I like to use marjoram. It's great for use when getting a massage. It helps to soothe your tired and stressed muscles. Great way to use it is also massage it on topically before and then after you exercise to help relieve any sort of stress you might have created there while you're working out. Diffuse it at bedtime. It helps to promote restful sleep. You can add a drop to olive oil. You know how you go to Italian restaurants and they have bread and you can dip it in the olive oil that's been, had herbs in it and stuff. If you added a drop of your marjoram to it, that would be really good. You can add a drop to the wall or the floor of your shower to support respiratory function and clear breathing. You could also add a drop of lemon or peppermint just to kind of make the aroma probably a little bit more pleasant than just marjoram, unless you really like, the smell of marjoram. You could add 1 drop of marjoram, 1 drop each of marjoram, lemongrass, and frankincense to a veggie cap. Fill the rest of the half with olive oil, then take it internally. That is an awesome way to use it to relieve pain. You can also try using marjoram topically around that time of the month if you have cramps. So you could massage it on your abdomen, diluted, of course. It blends well when you're diffusing it. It blends well with bergamot, cypress, lavender, and wild orange. And then again, depending on what you're using marjoram for, you could use as a substitute if you didn't have it. You could use oregano, lemongrass, or rosemary. I do have 2 recipes. One is a soothing linen spray, and the other one is a joint support blend, and I will put those in the comments of the replay of this. And that is all I have. What do they have on here then? So their essential oil tip. Yep, that's the one when you're cooking. So I am going to stop my share and unmute everybody. Unmute. There we go. Hey, Mom.
Hey. Waste my what?
You guys used marjoram?
I haven't used
We're
marjoram.
going to the mall anyways, too.
I might have used it in a diffuser blend, but other than that, no.
Yeah.
Probably
Alaya?
should.
I have not used it yet. I actually pulled it out to smell it, and I really like how it smells, but I just haven't used it yet.
Yeah. I've used it in the veggie cap with the lemongrass and the frankincense, and it does work really good.
That's my plan, to use it when I have cramps again.
Knock on wood, they aren't as bad.
On wood, yeah.
Yeah.
If I have cramps again.
There you go. There you go.
Still waiting. Okay.
Yeah. So then next week we are up to Melaleuca. Next week we will be talking about Melaleuca. So if you are watching the replay and you have used marjoram in some other way, please post in the comments and share with everyone so we can all learn more. And thank you very much for being here. We will see you next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, and we'll be talking about Melaleuca. Thanks.